Now, morning everyone. What? 5 to 7. I've been up since I'm wide awake at 6 o'clock. I've had one coffee. This is me go-to coffee at the minute. I'm loving it. Tynemouth espresso coffee. Free delivery as well. So it's Tynemouth Coffee Company. There's no affiliation or anything like that. I like that. I'm going to send it back of that to my son. But do you know what I mean? The mornings are getting lighter, but I'm waking up earlier. But I thought I would give you a little. Look at that beat out already. I've had to put the lights on little Steve. I'm in my pajamas still, you know. Come on, I want to show you around little Steve what I've got going and what is set. All different. So let's just go in here. Oh, do you know, it's as warm as a little greenhouse. Now the sound's going to be a little bit, you know, I mean, this is a recording booth now. But I want to give you a little look what I've got kind of going on and what I'm about to sow, because now's the time, do you know what I mean? I'm close to for quite a lot of things. So let's get in. I'll put my specs on here, let's have a look. So what's just happened, and I've actually left them in the kitchen. I'll bring them out in a second. These are me chilies and aubergines and spare ones, and I'll run through them basically. I've got 2 sets of aubergines going on at the moment. We're sent from Grown Local, Ian at Grown Local. I've got a Genie F1 and meatball aubergines. Now, I've got more than I probably need there. 2, 4, 6. I've got 8 of these. Now I sown these quite early on, just they're a long, you know, they're a long time, 12th of January. And I did all my germination on that little Super 7, which is the little brother to this one from Garland. Now this one's just as good. I'm loving this as well. It fits in great with here. So at this moment, I've got aubergines going and chilies. Well, I've got quite other few things going as well. Let's have a look at, I know a bit of condensation there. Oh, I've got some Nero, Cavarel Nero. I've just set away, just on, did I write it? 1st of March. So I've got some Cavarel Nero in there. I have some indigo cauliflower in there. Just, like I say, it's the time to go. So, if I can just move this little pot and put this back over here. I'm keeping an eye on, I'll tell you about heat as well, because we are going to have a really bit of a cold heat again. And these are like heat beds, hot beds, both are hot beds. And this has been enough, and it's lovely and warm in here. I've got this set at the moment at like 28, 29, it's 28, it's actually at 28, I've got it set at 29. And it's basically to give a bit heat in here, because this next week we're getting a cold snap. But I think what I might do, just to cover my bases, is, as you can see, I've got the frost protection. Now at the moment, it's only on, like, say, frost protection. I've got this plug here, which I got off Amazon. And I used it the last time. Well, actually you can see there's like a little thermostat. So I just set it to the off and on temperature when I want to keep like the ambient. Now that heater is way cheaper to run than this last thing I had in the hut, which just ranked up the cost. So I might do that. I'm just, at this moment, it's like lovely in here, and I've got these sensor push to tell us, you know, the temperature of, because it's nice and warm there, but I wanted to know, you know, I'm keeping the feet nice and warm, but I just wanted to know what the temperature is about 6 to 8 inches above the plants as well. So we're going for, I've got Kashmiri chili plants, I've got the one called Spaghetti. Now these are all recommendations of JB, and is it Bune Mulata? I'm not sure how to pronounce them, but I'm happy with them. What I'm noticing is there's no leaning, because I thought these might lean, because if you look where little Steve's situated, there's a big extension, do you know what I mean, of the house. So the sun's only going to come, well, it doesn't even come round here. You know what I mean? Like, that's north up there. You know, like Mark's up there with his allotment struggling on in the kind of, so that's north. So that's facing west, this wall, or this wall's west. And I was thinking maybe that the sun might, you know, the daylight time, but they're all seeming to be going straight up, which is great. I've got a couple here, which is a great example. This is on the far side of me, on the far side of the greenhouse, you know, as if I've got to walk 20 foot to the far side. I've got to shuffle 2 inches. So I've got some, the cos, sorry, you know, the lettuce that I grew last year, sorry, which was just, Audrey sent it over, what date? The 24th of Feb, I set that away. And I've got some Marathon Calabrese, which I set away on the 24th. Now I'm trying to get an early, if you remember last year, the Calabrese I grew, I just hit the nail right on the head. So I'm doing an early sowing. And what I intend to do is maybe like say a month, I don't know, maybe a month from now or 3 weeks from now, do another sowing and just keep on repeating, you know, quite a number of things. So what else have I got? Oh, this is the one I'm looking forward to. We talked about this on the show as well, on the potty mouth. We had like a chili special, which we're doing another chili special the end Wednesday in March. Sugar Rush Stripey. So they go like a kind of red and orange and yellow, I think, like stripy chili. So, but not all plants produce these stripy ones. So that's a challenge in itself, you know what I mean? Did you notice? These are them pots that them idiots left lying around, and I've just kind of used them, you know, and that video went to 144,000 views. So I've kind of used my pots there. Now these are, I know Steve struggled with these. I just like to rub that in a little bit. Numex Suave Red. I don't know if they're like just a dinky little thing, but they need kind of potting on soon as well. And the pops, we need a little bit of water in there. I got this off Amazon, you know, and this is actually, it's a lovely little, you know, when you just kind of want a little drink for each of them. So I've got a little watering can here, and I've started to use the CalMag as well. So I'm giving like little feed with the CalMag onto the chilies, well, everything, when I've just watered it, to be honest, on this kind of table. What else have I got here? These are the first tomato seeds that I sowed. I sowed them on the 24th, Crimson Crush, because I want to take them outside, do you know what I mean? So I've just, and there was a few folks last year, oh, you're sowing tomatoes. I'm not even going to start sowing, apart from them ones, tomatoes until probably third week in March, you know what I mean? So I'm still not at this moment doing tomatoes. I'm not even thinking about it just yet. It's coming close, but I'm not thinking about. But those ones, I kind of left them a little bit, as you can see, but I'll just, they'll be fine. I just bury them in. I've got that early morning, you know, that kind of, a couple more fags and then a few more coffees and I'll be all right. So I'm happy with them, to be it's took the pressure right off. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm kind of spoilt. I've got my own little greenhouse and I've got a polytunnel, but you know, I had all that kind of technology system in the hut, and it just doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I'm basic, light, you know what I mean? It just works. And this is, like I say, this little greenhouse is small enough to keep its own heat. So I'm chuffed to bits, to be honest. It's kind of working at this moment. I mean, God, if we had -6, you know, I don't know what it, you know, I'll be putting radiators in here and everything. So these are just basically spares that I'm going to give to friends, and just, yes, I know it's a little bit of water. I've just realised that myself. So they're basically all just the same. What's down there, I've got some more sugar, and I might even just keep them going as well. These Cashmeria, look at that, going to be like a strong looking plant. So I've got quite a few of them still going on. This is the final, or this was, if you remember, like we've had two like big kind of frost this kind of, you know, last year and this year, and it knocked everything. Now I had my onions, because we're sowing the onions on the Boxing Day, they were all up at the allotment, and now they didn't die in there, but I sowed some more just to be safe, and I'm just leaving them in this pot. So did I put a date on when I sown these? Oh, these were sown, there we go. Look at that, I'm very organised. The 24th of January, and these are the red burgundy, because I want red onions this year. That's a bloody goal. And I'll probably use these possibly better than the ones up there, but we'll see. But they certainly look a lot. But I'm just leaving them there and just to let them grow, and then I'll try and work out how to kind of thin them out and replant them and stuff like that. But that's that. And this is on a heat as well, but I've got no kind of control over this heat. It just, and I'm not exact, if anyone knows what the temperature of these garland ones go up to, you know, you can feel the heat, but like I say, I've got no control. I've got a nice big heat mat there, but it's, funny enough, it's too big for anywhere here. Now this one last year, and this is one of them rooted ones in the hut without any like overhead protection or anything like that, that was germinating everything. So I can fully recommend them to get away. I'm looking at the moment, I've got that little Super 7, which is the germination, which actually will go back in. I've often wondered why they don't give you a handle to get in and out. Is there a reason for that? I've just got to kind of grab it like that. So let's just go, yeah, to show you these. These have just germinated. These are going to be, like I say, a super hot chili, and they've just, can you see, they're just come away there now. So I'm just going to take them. Dattle, I think they're called. Audrey sent them over. Actually, they were a free one from Baker Creek. If you order from Baker Creek, you get a free seed. Now these have took a while to germinate. They've just come through last night. So I'm just going to kind of pop them into little Steve there now, shove it up Steve's little back passage somewhere, and I had to get that one in, didn't I? Let's just show you while we're here. This is just if anyone's interested, this is kind of, you know, we had the diggers in, everything like that. So they brought this machine in, mind you, because it was all like old flagstones, and it was two different kinds of flagstones. They brought this machine in, and all this like hardcore is our flagstones. They brought this machine and just crunched it all down. You could hear it. And then they've like recycled it and used it as the hogging, so they don't have to kind of go out and buy more hogging, which I thought was really good. We've bought some more furniture already. Yeah. This is going to be our chill zone, I've seen there. But Melanie, there's only me and Melanie in here. Look at this up here, man. It's, the longer this doesn't get done, you know, they're just waiting for a nice dry day next week, I guess. But it's just, oh, you know what I mean, a bloody neighbours have, you know what I mean. Right, from a very early northeast of England, look after yourself and take good care.